Hello everybody, my name's Clouditie. Welcome to that loop where you're gonna die and looping around about your life. So here I am on that loop. It will be full of talking and chatting, of course, with you in this kind of adventure. So we're gonna go for it and see what the story will comes to an end. So let's enter the new game. This game is uploaded with a full written permissions from the original developer. If you have any questions, blah blah blah.
Who are you?
Me?
How did you get here?
I don't know.
You don't remember, do you?
Maybe? You open your mouth, but before you can utter a single word, the voice suddenly cuts you off.
Happiness or freedom? What would you choose?
Happiness or freedom? Both! Why don't just both of it? I want both. I don't know. What's freedom? I'm not sure about freedom, okay? Freedom is like you're being free and being radical about yourself, animalistic, whatever you're going to do outside. Happiness, of course, I want to become happy and all and stuff, but if you're questioning me, what do I desire the most? I still think it's about both. But sure. Alright, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna choose freedom!
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
What, you don't wanna let me be free? Oh, in a school I am. Lady! Hey, how long are you gonna stand there? You look around in confusion. It seems you're standing in front of a school. Is there any safe point here? Oh, there is. Oh, so it is like some kind of a, novel games and stuff. Well, I'm into that. Sure, whatever, it's fine. Snap out of it, you weirdo! We've already 15 minutes late! Okay, chill! Before you could say a single word, the orange-haired girl grabbed you by the arm and dragged you with her. Wait, A few minutes later, the two of you stood side by side facing a packed classroom. The teacher looked at you for a few seconds before facing the class and making an announcement. Attentions everyone! Today we welcome 2 new transfer students. Can you do me a favor and introduce yourselves to the class? The name is Meryl. I look forward to meeting you all. Meryl spoke as she addressed the class. Everyone gaze turns to you now. Oh shit! The pressure! You should introduce yourself. Who are you? Oh. Please left click on the designated white field, write your names and confirm it. Oh no, it's a Japanese stuff. It's a Japanese adventure stuff, right? I mean, you can see that schools are like that. I'm gonna choose a Japanese name, so I'll go by Clouditie. And yes. You'll face the rest of the class and speak. It's very nice meeting you all. Please call me Clouditie. All eyes were suddenly on you, or more precisely, on Meryl, as the two of you took your designated seats. That's right, today's your first day at Sandy High School! You and Meryl moved to the city last week and decided to transfer to this school. This makes completely sense, but you can't help but feel like something's really off here. You know, and we are in some kind of 4th dimension wall. But the teachers let out another long sigh and went on with the lecture. Okay. Yeah, of course, boring class. We're going to skip on that into a few hours later. It was finally lunchtime. I'm heading to the admin office to finalize your registration. Want me to come in? That won't be necessary, Clouditie. You have more important things to do anyway. This place will be your home for a while. So you should go around and get yourself acclimated to your new surroundings. Maybe buy some lunch while you are at it. Looks like Meryl didn't feel like waiting in line, so she shoved the boring job onto you. I guess I have a boring jobs today, so see ya! Bye, Meryl! Then turned around and left. You could see some of your new classmates wanting to chat with her, but she just completely ignored them and left. Well, okay. What now? Should you head straight to the cafeteria? Or maybe you should wait until the cafeteria clears out a bit. Perhaps you could look around for a bit. But where do you want to go? Oh shit! So much options! Dang it, I'm going to... Whenever I'm at schools, I would like to go to the school yard just to see how, the outside and breathe heavenly. You leave the classroom and head outside to the yard. After taking a left here and there, you finally reach your destinations, the school's campus. It wasn't anything fancy, but it looked well maintained. The streets provided some very necessary shade. However, since most students were already in the cafeteria, the place was pretty much deserted, except for one person who was sitting on a nearby bench. Oh, hi. A girl with pink hair and green eyes stared back at you. Did you come here to skip the cafeteria's lunch rush? You're not back at Nis. Wait, that's what I'm doing? Not much of a talker, are you? Wait, I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Today is my first day. Please don't bully me. Your first day? So you're a transfer student, huh? You nod your head. I see. Still changing schools is late in the school's year is pretty uncommon. You must have had a very good reason to come here. Don't worry, I'm not here to judge you or anything. I was a transfer student myself anyway, I think. You think? Yeah. It's hard to explain. I feel like I've been in this school for a very long time. That's Mort there. She's been here for a long time. Something has been repeated or in cycles. Probably. When I try to think back, the earliest memories I have in standing in front of the school kid, but a person doesn't just show up randomly at a high school, right? So I must have transferred here at one point. Sorry, I'm spewing gibberish. I understand. It's fine. You do? I appreciate it, even though I know you're just trying to be polite. And the name is Nas, by the way. It's very nice to meet you. Nas reaches her hands to shake yours. You shake her hand and introduce yourself. Clouditie, huh? That's an interesting name. I don't think I have ever met anyone in this school with the name Clouditie. Of course, who am I to say anything? My name is pretty odd too. The girl lets out a dry laugh and stands up from the bench. Anyway, thanks for listening to my crazy talk, Clouditie. I hope we run into each other again. Yes, then waved goodbye and left. You stood there for a few seconds before deciding to head to the cafeteria. After that weird encounter, you finally arrive at your destinations. It's time to stand in line and buy lunch for you and Meryl. However, no matter where you look, the cafeteria is completely empty. Not a single student around. This makes no sense. Even though you did show up late to avoid the crowd, it's still lunchtime. The school cafeteria should not be empty right now. You keep looking around in confusion when someone suddenly appears in front of you. It's you! Oh god, it's really you, Clouditie! The CC suddenly jumps on you and gives you a tight hug. Bro, it's empty here! We're a place! Embarrassing! How did you get here? I'm super happy to see you again, but I don't understand. How are you here? You're in complete control. You're you. Cici stares at you in confusion. Her expression displayed both happiness and fear. That seems to be confusion, probably. It seems she's hoping you'll be able to answer her questions and put her mind at ease. Sadly, however, you're as confused, if not carefully, if not more confused than she. So, you simply take a step back and explain everything that happened to you so far. I was at school, blah 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 with Meryl. She wants me to get some empty lunch here, and I met another person in a backyard and stuff. Really? You just found yourself at the front gate of the school? Just like that? You nod your head. What about before that? How did you get here? How did you find this? But before Cici could even finish her words, a loud voice interrupted your conversation. Good, you're both here. I finalized your registration, Clouditie. Congratulations, you're officially a candidate now. Candidate? Don't worry, I'll explain everything soon enough. But first, let's get the other candidates in here. Nora spoke as she snapped her finger. Wow! 6 other people suddenly showed up in cafeteria. What the hell is happening? Yo dudes, how did I teleport to the cafeteria? Did I finally awaken my superpower? This must be a part of the test. Wow, that was so cool! I felt like I was floating in the space for a moment there. Yeah, teleports me, turn me again. Okay, enough delay. Let's begin. First, let me congratulate you all on surviving the first trial of the game. The first trial? Yes, every person in the school was a potential candidate. I say was because, except for you, Egg, the rest have been killed off. What? Oh no. The school was set specifically for this trial. You were all transferred here and your memories were manipulated. Those with a weak will, with a pitiful presence. The observers of this world simply accepted their new reality and went on with their lives. The attendance class stood in line at the cafeteria and enjoyed a carefree high school life, not once stopping or wondering how they even got here in the first place. Pitiful NPCs. However, you Ache were different. You saw through this fake existence. You refused to look away and accept this sweet lie. You questioned your reality, and for that, you're still alive. However, the games was just begun, and your continuous survival is not yet assured. After all, only one of you, Ache, will leave this place alive. Including you? Including her? Including everyone? Why the hell are you doing this? You're playing a pretty sick game, little girl. What do you work for? You two are asking the wrong questions, or rather, you're asking them at the wrong time. Hi, you're so drunk, orange dollar. They should be asking you about the second trial. The second trial. I guess since you called this high school experiment the first trial, then that could only mean there's going to be more. Correct, Miss Carmen. The second trial is the real main event. It's the real reasons you're all here. In order to pick the winner among you, you will be playing a certain game. The game has many names and many different iterations. However, the most common names for it is the Werewolf game. Oh, so we're playing like, that kind of game, That fucking social deduction game! Is this some sort of joke? You want us to play a children's game? I wouldn't take it lightly if I were you, Jack. The second trial might be based on the Werewolf game, but the consequences are very real. You won't be a role playing around. You'll become the roles you're given. Roles? Standing among you right now is a real killer. He or she will target and seek your death without any hesitation. Your only chance at survival is exposing the killer and fighting them off at the end of the day. Standard Werewolf rules. However, in addition to the killer and innocence role, there are 3 additional special rules. First, the Guardian Angel role. The persons with the Guardian Angel role will be able to choose and protect one other persons each night. If the Guardian Angel chooses to protect the persons the killer targets, then congratulations, you have managed to prevent the killer from claiming their victims. The second role is the Vigilante role. The person with the Vigilance role is able to target and kill one person each night. However, targeting and killing anyone who is not the killer will result in the vigilantly killing themselves. A pretty fair trade-off if you ask me. Finally, the third and last role is the Detective role. The person with the Detective role is able to investigate one person each night to determine if they are the killer or not. However, convincing others about your findings without exposing your role to the killers is a whole other matter. As you can see, each role has its advantage and disadvantage of ensuring a fair trial. Now, to end this explanation, I would like to remind the killer that targeting someone during the daytime is completely forbidden. Breaking this rule or any other rule, or for that matter, will result in the offender being immediately killed. Every single one of you is implanted with a small chip in your brain. The chip is completely attached to your optic nerves and is able to witness anything you see. Upon the discovery of any rule infringement, the chips will automatically release a powerful electric surge through your nerves, thus frying your brain and immediately killing you. But you planted something in our brain? As long as you don't break the rules, you have nothing to worry about. Okay. Now, unless you have other questions about the games, I'll be seeing you at sunset. Meryl then walked past you and walked towards the exit. Oh wait! Shit! I just do something! Oh shit! Ah shit! Oh! I have just right before at the start, you know? So can you not asking me that questions again? No, it's skip! Oh my god, it was a skip! Oh my god, it was skip! It was a skip button, okay? It was a skip button! I didn't realize that! Alright, we're gonna... I'm glad I saved that time. Right here, alright? You know what, whatever, let's just continue. Meryl then walked past you and walked towards you, exit. You all kept following her with your gaze, when suddenly she stopped and turned around. She was looking back at all you, but you could swear she was looking straight into your eyes. Welcome back to the null game. You lift your head to the misty blue sky while trying to process what just happened, when suddenly a voice brings you back to reality. Hey, are you okay? You look back at CC and nod your head. The null game is happening again, huh? And by the look of it, this one is even more messed up than the last. Not only the games was different this time around, but so are the participants, or at least some of them. The settings is different too. Why Sandy High School out of all places? Why Meryl? Why her? Why a version of his daughter? Sorry, Clouditie. I didn't mean to confuse you. After all, she suddenly approached you and held your hands. You have no idea how happy I am to see you again. You have no idea how much I waited for this. Clouditie, we were finally together again. CC leans forward as he held tighter to your hands when... Yeah, what's happening here? This is very seamless, very seamless. Who's talking like that? CC lets go of your hand and face Zero. What do you want, weirdo? Don't be like that, CC-chan. There's nothing wrong with forming islands. It's the only way to survive this game, right? And what better way to summon an island than a pretty heated kiss? That's a snake indeed, and a frog up theirs, which I'm confused. Why did you let it stays in your hair? On your hair? That's not what we're doing. Sure, CC-chan. I'll get out of your hair. I didn't need to block you or anything. Have fun. Wing wing. Wing wing. Zero then waved her hand and left. You watched her leave until she left your sight. Damn, Zero! No less of freak as the participants! But she's correct about something, Clouditie. The null game has officially started. Islands are bound to be formed, and sooner or later this game will spiral into fucking madness again. We need to escape early this time. Trust me, Clouditie. This is the only way to truly survive this game. You look back at CC and nod your head. Okay, we're going to survive, that's how it is. First, we should start by searching the school. Where do you think we should start? I have a very determined feeling about what choice I'm to begin with, so I'm gonna check out what needs to be do here. So first of all, I'm gonna go to the roof. I mean, we were on a school gate, so a roof. Yeah, I mean, seeing outside is kinda cool. At the top, I mean, the rooftops. You think we can find something there? All right, let's head out. With CC by your side, you two start heading to your destinations. As you walk through the hallways, you notice how empty the school suddenly became. The hundreds of students who once roamed the halls are nowhere to be seen. After climbing the stairs, you two finally arrive to the roof. But it seems someone is already here. Yeah, I bet there is. Yo, it isn't Clouditie and CC! Are you guys teaming up or something? What are you doing up here, Hassan? Yeah, this is where I do business, dear Cecilia. Business. If you must know, this is the temporary HQ of the Milkers. Milkers? The Milkers? The Milkers, not you too, Cecilia. Doesn't anyone remember the Milkers anymore? They were the stuff of legends. A group of able to pursue any kind of intel. They were active in pretty much every high schools in the capitals and specialists in obtaining intimate informations. Hell, they're the reason half of those high school losers ever managed to get a girlfriend. They're literally the coolest shit ever. And I'm bringing them back. I've found an informations network across the school and we're already getting our requests from romantically needness losers. Clowns. It's only a matter of time before the word milkers is only the thoughts of every student in the school. I'll create a milkers group that will never fade. Hassan spoke while punching his fist in the air. Hey, dumbass. You do know this school is no longer, except for 8 of us. The others were killed and disposed of. How will you run your creepy business with no one around? No one around? You're thinking sort of terms, dear Cecilia. Once I win this game show, my face will be plastered all over the TV. Business will be flooding through my door like crazy. That's what I think his laugh is, so... this dumbest intense one a bit, huh? You ignore Hassan and start searching the roof alongside Cici, but nothing seems out of place, so you too and eventually gave up and went down the stairs. You just spent the few next hours investigating the different classrooms of the school, but much like every other room in the place, it was completely abandoned. All of the students who once roamed the house were completely gone, almost like they never existed in the first place. You looked through the window. The mighty blue sky suddenly turned orange, signaling the end of the day. It's already sunset. Cici suddenly holds your hand as you two stare at the window. It's okay. You did your best. We did our best. Whatever's gonna happen now, we'll face it together, right? Just you and me, like always. Cici tightens your grip on your hand. Behind that beautiful smile of hers, you can sense fear. You can sense an immense fear that would shatter the very fabric of reality if it ever comes out. But it's not a fear for her life. It's not a fear of death, of the unknown. It's a fear for you, for your existence, for your future together. You hold tighters to seize his hand as a strange feeling suddenly shocks your sense. Oh, we got snapped! I can't do some good snaps here, so... The next time you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in the cafeteria. But you're not alone. Since the rest of your companions are all there. But most of all, she is here too. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Miral. I don't know what stage trick you guys are using for the teleport thing, but it's making me really nauseous. Like, you know, some sort of teleportation. I mean, there's a device underneath our school, probably. Can I talk with one of these executive producers about it? I can't have the caddies at home seeing me puke on live TV. Miral stared at Hassan for a few seconds, before she rolled her eyes and faced the rest of you. Now that you're all here, allow me to explain the voting process. Standing among you right now is a killer. Starting tonight, the killer will claim our victims with each passing night. The voting process is your main way of eliminating the killer. The process is simple. You simply discuss the situation among each other and then vote. Each one of you gets the vote, and the persons with the highest numbers of votes gets eliminated. Any questions? By eliminated, you mean killed, right? Whoever gets the highest number of votes will be killed. Affirmative. This is insane. You really expect us to send someone to their death? You can always choose to vote on no one. However, that would only benefit the killer, of course. We don't care. We're not gonna play your sick game. You're not going to kill anyone. We're not going to kill anyone. What do you mean by we, Nancy-chan? Don't go around forcing your own opinion on the rest of us. That's not cute at all. What? I agree with the blonde woman. Not making a choice is a choice in itself. If this killer truly exists, then doing nothing will send one of us to a certain demise. Okay, so we're playing Among Us here. What about the spatial rules? Cici who barely spoke a word until now suddenly interjected. It seems the rest of your companions are also surprised by this. What about them? What if the people with the special roles step up right now? That will narrow down the list of suspects. Great idea, Sissy-chan! There are 8 of us here. If we eliminated the people who will play special roles, then only 5 people remain. If we voted randomly, there will still be a 20% chance of voting for the killer. That's like pretty high, right? I agree as well. Any kind of advantage we could get will be very helpful. The people with the special roles should step up. Sermon spoke as he faced the rest of your companions. Second passed and then 10 minutes, but no one stepped forward. Come on guys, we can't have that air. This will totally fuck up the ratings. A few more minutes passed, but once again, no one stepped up. Enough. This is a waste of time. Don't be so hasty, Merle-san. This is super duper important to us, so just wait a bit, okay? Yeah, we can wait all night and nothing will change, because the special roles haven't been assigned just yet. Huh? Unlike the killer role, the special roles are only assigned during the first night. That's when you start using them after all. So at this moment, none of you has a special role yet. I see. So Sissy-san's plans was a no-go from the start. Well, it was still worth a shot, so don't beat yourself too much, Sissy-chan. You were trying to bait the killer, huh, Cecilia? Huh? Bait the killer? By declaring that the people with special roles were narrowed down the suspect list, she was basically saying that whoever steps forward will be seen as 100% innocent. She was hoping that would tempt the killer to valorously claim that they had a special role, and since the role haven't been assigned yet, that would be expose them as a fraud and end the game. A very impressive strategy. However, it seems the killer is smarter than what you give them credit for, Cecilia. Or perhaps you're the killer and this whole thing was just a diversion to make the others trust you. Perhaps I'm playing right into your hands. Or perhaps, another perhaps might seems to be ass. I have no idea what just happened. This is just too confusing for the average viewer. Same as me here. Same as you, indeed. Let's just get to the voting part already. That's where the ratings are. For once, I agree with the delusional creep. Discussing's time is over. When you hear your name, please step forward and announce your vote. Miro declared as he starts calling out names. The first to go was Nas. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna take someone's life like it's nothing. I'm voting no one. Shoot yourself. You're up next, weirdo. Merle spoke as he pointed at Hassan. My moment to shine. I Hassan, the true definition of a Sigma male and the features winner of this game show, will vote for you! Nas! With exaggerated movements, Hassan pointed at Nas. Uh-oh. What? Me? Of course! Ever since the start, you have been doing nothing but trying to push us not to vote for anyone, and we would benefit more from the dead killer. So my vote goes for you, Naz. No hard feelings, though. I just want to win the game show. You're dang lunatic. Yeah. The voting continued after that. Seeing no clear suspect, Charmin chose to vote for no one. Meanwhile, Zero let out a giggle and declared she would follow Hassan's lead and vote for Nas. Oh my god. Jack also voted for Nas. Sissy on the other hand let out a sec and voted no one. It was only you and Kay left now. Alright, it's your turn, Kay. Who will you be voting for? Myself. Okay. Why? Any reason why? Kay declared with a hushed, low voice. What? I vote for myself. The whole room stared at Kay with baffled expressions all over their faces. Are you insane? Fine, whatever. Nero suddenly moved her gaze and faced you. You're up last, Clouditie. Declare your vote and let's end this for today. Everyone's gaze suddenly turned to you. Oh, freak. It seems they all understood the current situation, even Hassan. With Nas getting 3 votes and no one getting 3 votes, your vote will seal the deal. What the? Wait, what? Wait, what? With Nas getting 3 votes and no one getting 3 votes, your vote will seal the deal. What the? Wait, what the? Your vote will determine everything. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. Sissy was right. A little pressure here. The situation did spiral into insanity pretty quickly. There haven't been any murders yet, but someone is already on the chopping block. Whether you believe Nas is the killer or not is completely up to you. You get to choose. You get the vote. So who would it be? Who would it be? Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. But I'll vote for Hassan. I mean, I know this is completely blank of what I'm seeing, but I see I met Nas in the whatever street or so yeah, I'll choose Hassan. He might hate me, but whatever. Let's fight like a man, Hassan. Come on. You lift your arm in the air and point at Hassan. What the hell, dude? What me? I see now. You're trying to eliminate the thoughtless competitions early in the game. You want all the fans, all the bitches to yourself. I was wrong about you, Clouditie. You're not a milker. A milker shares his bitches. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Hassan continued expressing his displeasure while spewing all kinds of offensive words towards me. Of course. Eventually, Miral shut him up and declared the end of the photo. Okay. Since the result is pretty clear, no one will be voted off tonight. Looks of relief appeared on the faces of some of your companions while others looked completely annoyed. Miro let out another long sigh before continuing to talk. Now let's go over nighttime rules. Every single one of you has been allocated a room in the school dorms. Leaving your rooms during nighttime is strictly forbidden and will result in immediate lesions. This, of course, excludes the killer. As the killer, you are free to roam around the school and target one victim per night. Participants with special rules are also technically allowed to leave their rooms during the night. That's pretty freaky. If there are no questions, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Miral gave you all one last look before she snapped her fingers and suddenly disappeared. The room fell silent once again, but then someone suddenly approached you. Hey! Ness looks at you with a smile on her face. I want you to know that I had no doubts. I have no doubts you'll make the right choice, Clouditie. Me? How the hell did I make the right choice? Beneath this hollow, empathy eyes lies a genuine person. A kind person. I realized that the moment I laid eyes on you. I won't forget this, Clouditie. I promise. Ness then approached you and gave you a tight hug. Hey, no need to hug. Why did everybody needs to be seemingly hug me here and there? See you in the morning. Ness then waved her hand and laughed while avoiding to look at the three people who tried to vote her out. Who's the other three? Zero? I see. You're quite the latest man, Clouditie. Let's hope your little decision doesn't come back and bite you in the ass later. Ciao. Zero ruffles your hair and then skip out of the cafeteria. Yo, Clouditie, you might be the MVP for today, but it's not over just yet. I'll not let you upstage me in the popularity polls, nor will I let you snatch the victory. I'll be the one to win the game show. You just wait. Hassan, if you keep saying like that, that's just make you most the victims here. Especially in the front of CC and everyone that's still here. Hassan rolled his eyes and laughed. That degenerate is a cancer on society. Just look at Hassan in disgust before facing you. Anyway, the first day is over. We did what we could do for now. Let's head out. A few minutes later, you were looking through the window. Dina, Vija, and Alter greets your eyes. I mean the stars, that's what it seems to be. The three stars of the summer's triangle. Your mind was back to the event in the cafeteria. Thanks to you, no one got voted out today. However, that means the killer still runs free. And tonight, they'll be able to target their victims. First victims. A victim that can easily be you. Clouditie? Uh-oh. Are you okay? You nod your head. Do you regret your decisions? Do you think you should have voted for Nas? You shake your head no. Yeah, of course, no. Good. Never regret your choices, Clouditie. She suddenly approached the window next to you and lifted her gaze to the sky. Choices make who we are. One choice leads to another, and by the time you realize you have made so many choices, you have branched so many times that your point of origins looks no different than a distant star in the night sky. But that's the beauty of choices, Clouditie. It's freedom. Endless, pure, and unshackled freedom. They lie to us. Happiness is not possible. Of course, that's why I choose freedom. It never was. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter what you get. You'll always want more. You'll always desire something out of your reach. You will always struggle. You will never be happy. Never. But that's okay. Because freedom is different. Freedom is attainable. You might not control your point of origins or the end. You might not control how you were born or how you die. But everything in between can be yours. Every choice can be yours to make. This is what truly matters, Clouditie. This is what truly matters to me, to you, and to us. And Sissy suddenly approached you until only a few feet separated you. The killer will make their choice tonight, but that won't matter. Whatever happens tonight will happen. Do you understand, Clouditie? Not even death will separate us anymore. Sissy leaned over and kissed you on the cheeks. She then waved her hand and walked into her room. You stood in the hallway for a few seconds before walking inside your room. A dark, creepy bedroom greets your eyes. You look around. Nothing feels out of place, but every fiber in your beings is screaming for you to get out, to run away and get as far away from this room as you possibly can. However, you know the rules. Leaving your room Saturday night times will result in immediate demise. You approach your bed and lie down, but then... Detective. A word suddenly flashed through your eyes. Detective. The detective's special role. It seems that's the role you got. According to Mirror, you're able to choose one person each night and investigate them. Using the special role, you can determine if they are the killer or not. So the real question now is who? Who will you investigate? Oh shoot, damn! Alright, so I'm a detective. And this will be a pretty long run and a long story choice, which I'm gonna cut some of it and we'll make it pretty short to the where it has to be. But here I am. Yeah, I guess we're gonna leave that one right here for now. Now we figure out that we are a detective. I just put Hassens and Nas was safe. Cece, I don't know who's Cece. Is she like my old friends or like my childhood friend? And Zero was like Zero was the blonde girl, I think, blonde girl, right? And K was K was gay, was Jack, was German. Sorry, I forget easily, honestly, but I can maintain the strategies very quietly, right? Maybe. But I'm gonna leave that in the next episode for now. We're going to see what I'll going to scanning for each of these persons can be. So yep, I'm gonna leave that one episode right there. And I'll see you again on to the next game. So hope you have a nice day and see ya!